Alright, so we're going to review the J5 Tactical V1 Pro flashlight. And it's one of the top selling flashlights out there right now, mostly because it's relatively cheap and the quality is actually very decent. So some cool things about it, we've got three modes. So we have a high mode, we've got a low mode, and we've got a strobe mode. And you can actually focus by this free-flowing slide. And so on high mode, if I want a wide beam, I can pull it all the way back, or I can focus it all the way in to a very tight beam. And obviously this is very close up, so it's going to spread out as we have distance, but that's a very neat way to focus it. So I'm going to turn that off. The other cool features about it is it's a very nice high quality metal, machined out design. This center ribbed one offers good grip, but also it's claiming to be a nice heat sink. So I imagine as you use this thing, it's going to heat up a decent amount. It also has a really sturdy belt clip on there. That thing is very stout, so I can't imagine this having any issue sticking onto your belt loop or your pants. Held on by two nice screws there. Now the back end, we have a nice rubber button for the on-off to go between the different modes. And if I take this off, we'll look inside the battery compartment here, and what we'll notice is one, it runs off of one AA. That is really awesome. Or you can actually use a 14500 battery as well. So what's cool is this thing claims to be mostly waterproof. I would not recommend submerging it in water, but what's really neat is they actually have an O-seal here, an O-ring, so that once this gets tightened down, it gets really good at not letting water in that battery cavity. So that's really cool. It's a nice feature, especially for such a cheap flashlight that's under around 15 bucks. So that's really good. The other thing is, and we'll take it apart here, is you have a nice lens on the front, and it's just one of those LED chips. This is 300 lumens. Seems like not a lot of light, but when it's focused properly, it's actually quite a bit, and especially running on one AA battery. That's really cool. So if I take off this front ring, we'll look inside here real quick. I want to put that down. So we've got our lens, and actually what's really neat is another O-ring seal. So that's going to keep the water kind of out of this area. And if we look really close in there, again, it's a cheap flashlight. You'll see the actual LED chip in there, and it's a little bit off center from the cutout. Hey, you know what? It doesn't affect the functionality. I'm sure the engineers are well aware of that, and given the price, hey, it works. So I'll put this back in real quick. And once I do, what I'll show you next is what it looks like without the lights on. So let me go kill the lights, and I'll show you how the beam looks and how it runs. All right, here we are in the dark. And what we are looking at is a wall that's about 8 feet away. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn on the flashlight. And as you can see, it has a very good cone, very good circle angle. You can see it coming in the shot right now. So we're right here. And we can simply zoom and sharpen all the way down to the point where you can actually get what appears to be a square LED. So that's that chip. So we're zoomed all the way down. So I can bring it back out, and this is again on high mode. There's three modes here. So I'm going to click it and go into low mode. And here's low. Again, we're going to zoom. Pretty good low beam. And now we're going to go into strobe mode. And you can see what that looks like. So now I'm back in high again. So really good flashlight, very good output. This thing is very bright in person. It looks great. And it's just unbelievable the level of quality that you're getting for such a nice price.